All right. So welcome again to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. And we have another show for you prepared this morning. Whereas the Reggae Boyz, our JFF has announced the new coach. Well, it's unofficially announced, but definitely you can't turn back from that now. But it's officially announced the squad that will be participating in the friendly against Argentina, the official squad. Now, there are question signs around all of the selection process again, whereas people are going to say, if the coach is not even in the country as yet, who select these players? So there's always going to be questions to be asked. There's always going to be that situation. But what we're seeing right now is definitely JFF maybe taking it in hand that, hey, the coach won't be able to know the players, so why not just put in some players where you can see some level of continuity. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining again. As you can see, we are now at 15,241. We're only 60 subscribers away from hitting that 300 mark. And as you know, the target for the end of the week is 16,000. I'm not sure if it's possible. The only way I can make it possible is by you guys sharing the content, smashing the like button, and most definitely hitting that subscribe button. Oh, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you get the latest update as soon as it drops. Now, I'll be doing the schoolboy football preview. I think about 11:30 this morning. I'll be doing the preview 11:30 because I'm off the leave by about 1 o'clock to head towards the game. But definitely we'll have to discuss the squad that was released. Immediately we have to do that on point. So let's get straight to that. People won't waste any time, and we're going to also discuss the new head coach and his backroom staff that he is bringing in with the team. So guys, as I said, smash the like button. People, please don't forget to smash the like button. We're going to get straight to that. Let me see something. If you guys want to call in, big up Rolando, Cardinal, massive respect. Mari, big up as well. I'm going to open the call in, and you guys can call in and have your say. I'm going to open the call in so you guys can call in and have your say, people. Rolando said, let's hope we give enough time for him to implement his ideas. Oh, definitely. I do think that's something that they must be considering right now. Big up Mari, Singer the Killer said up and ready. Roland, I do believe that is something that they must be considering in regards to giving the coaches the sufficient time so that he can implement his ideas. So we can clearly say now that Paul Hall will no longer be the head coach of the Reggae Boyz. As you can see, there's a new appointment. Things didn't went well with Paul Hall. We don't really know the behind. Well, I did get some information on the behind the scene just because of player issues and the whole logistical issues, and when Paul Hall stood up with the players, it just went haywire from there. It went haywire from there. But we're now here to discuss moving forward. What is the direction that we're going now? So that's what we're looking at right at this present moment. All right. So let me bring up the squad. I think it's time now for me to bring up the squad, people. It's time for me to bring up the squad so you guys can see. Let me move myself out of the way. I think most persons that have really seen the squad. I think everyone, majority persons would have really seen the Reggae Boyz squad. So let's have a look. Let me know if it's not if it's not big enough so you guys can see it. Let us know. Nandez said, "Boy, them give me a hard match as me reach." I say, go man. Carp said, "Nah, go Dintil Charlemont today." Yes, Carp, I'll be going to the Dintil Charlemont game. That's a game that a lot of people are asking me about, so definitely I'll be going to that game today. Now, let's look at the squad, people. For me personally, I think it's a very, very strong squad. Let's get back to it. A strong, really, really strong squad. So we have a few players on the squad list who are tentatively injured. I'm not sure if those guys will be available, but nevertheless, they are on the squad, so we must name the players out. So we're starting from the goalkeepers. We have Dylan Barnes, Jamal Waite, Kemar Foster. That's a strange goalkeeper selection right there. Most definitely Kemar Foster, who is a quality goalkeeper. Jamal is a good goalkeeper as well. I do think that Dylan Barnes is injured and out at present moment. Then we have defenders, Adrian Mariappa, the ever-present Adrian Mariappa, Richard King, Young Gun, Javin Brown, Jamai Tope, wow, Joel Latibodier, Greg Lay, Amari Bell, Damian Lowe. I think Damian Lowe is injured as well. Isn't Damian Lowe injured? Joel Latibodier also is injured. So the centre-back pairing we're likely to see is the same as Adrian Mariappa and Richard King. So that's the likely centre-back pairing we're still going to see. Because I do think that Damian Lowe is nursing an injury right now. Left back would be Greg Lay, I think. Javin Brown at right back. I think it's somewhat in that sense. Midfielders now. Daniel Johnson, Preston North End. Surprising to see Daniel Johnson back. He has been out for a while. I wonder why. There's no, won't give any reason. That's his personal reason. Nevertheless, really surprised that they opted to go for Daniel Johnson again. In the mid, and we also have Bobby Reed, always present, Ravel Morrison. There's no complaint about Ravel traveling to the United States this time around. Can you imagine? Just a few months ago, Ravel couldn't travel to the USA. Just a few months ago, and look at where we are right now. That's good to see. That's really nice to see. That is how time change. Nandez said, "Grey now, but I forward. It's all in grey hand, Nandez. Everything is in grey hand. And if at present moment I don't even necessarily I say anything on that again, because if it's in his hand and he wants to play, he would have come. He would have come without a doubt. So I won't even pressure myself on that one. I'm looking at players who really wants to play. Yes, there are issues, not with Gray alone, but with a whole lot of different players, and they still turn up and come to play. We know that the federation has their own lapse and incompetence, but still give credit to these players who turn up to come and play. We have Kevin Lambert, we have Jonathan Russell for his debut, coming up for his debut in the midfield. Then we have Kevin Stewart, who I was definitely looking forward to see again. The forward line, we have Jamal Lowe from AFC Bournemouth, Kaheem Paris, happy to see Paris, Andre Gray from Ayers. Andre Gray is in his fine form right now. I think he's like 5 goals or 6 goals in 4 and with 4 assists. Definitely, he's in fine form right at this moment. Guys, as I said, please don't forget to smash the like button, people. Please get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. 40. We have over 50 persons watching already. So get the likes up to 40 people. All right. So we have Shamar Nicholson. That's a big question mark around Shamar Nicholson again, because Nicholson is also nursing an injury. And right now, Nicholson is having a very hard time down by Spartak Moscow. I'm not sure, coaching issue, many different things, because he's not getting sufficient game time. We know that in recent time he wanted to make the transfer, was heavily linked to Everton, heavily linked to Galatasaray, and things didn't work out. So then we have Leon Bailey at Aston Villa and Mikel Antonio. Now, can ask yourself the question. Let's ask ourselves the question. This might be one in which a lot of people might say, hey, really? Do you really want to go there? But let me go there. Let me go there, people. Is it surprising to see all these big guns now? All of these big guns now. The same administration is in place. Same administration is in place. So why are we seeing all these big guns now? People in the comment section, tell me what you think. Why do you think we're seeing all of these big guns right now? I think we definitely need to answer that question. Big up GFC Garvan. Vance Gardner said, MG, should Cephas be in the squad? Alright, so Cephas. Alright, the thing about it is that I think that we should give Cephas some time to really master his craft before we start to force Cephas into the senior team. Yes, he deserves to be there because there are players there who see for maybe outperform. See which other players I can say, but not in the front line though. Not in the front line. He would make it. He would make the front line. So it would make no sense disrupt him his season. It makes no sense disrupting the season to come and participate. Now, for example, like a player like Shaman Nicholson, who is a big doubt, maybe might get better within the next 2 weeks, which is when things are likely to kick off. But I don't think Cephas will get into the squad over any one of these players. And if you bring Cephas, there's going to be big questions around like players such as Omar Hutchinson. Why is he not in the squad? Who else? Who else? Johnson Clark Harris. There's going to be a lot of questions surrounding some of these players as well. Kemar Roof, even though Kemar Roof is injured as well. But questions will be asked, just to say. So on the standby call-up, we have Malik Howell, Ricardo Thomas, Demario Phillips, Jordan Fletcher, Corberg, and Canoia Boyz Clark. I honestly thought Boyz Clark should be in the squad. I think Boyz Clark should be in the squad. That's a player that I 100% believe should be in the squad. All right, so this is, for me, I think one of the strongest squad we can assemble. Personally, I think it's one of the strongest squad that we can assemble. I'm really looking forward to see what they can do coming up against Argentina. Not saying my expectations are that we're going to blow Argentina out of the park, which is highly, not saying impossible, but highly unlikely. Even with a new coach don't mean nothing at this present moment. Why? Because a new coach won't be able to implement none of his ideas or philosophies coming in so soon in close proximity to a match day. So that definitely wouldn't make any sense. On the other hand, let's have a look now at the coach and the new coaching staff that will be coming in. People. Let's have a look at them. We're gonna have a look at the coach and the new coaching staff. Let us have a look at the coach and his new coaching staff, people. I do apologize on me pronouncing the name. It's Hemir Hallgrimsson, or Hallgrimsson. Hemir Hallgrimsson is the new Reggae Boyz head coach. For those who don't know, he's a former Iceland coach who assisted the Iceland team in qualifying to the World Cup. We're going to get into some more details about this coach in particular. Now, a lot of people are asking me, Military, what do you think about this coach? Alright, so for those who don't know, let me show you something. This was over a week ago. Let me see if I can find it over a week ago. I'm going to find something, people. I did get the name of the coach. So this post, let me show you if you guys can see, it was on the 5th of September. Now we are over a week ago. I got the information that he is likely to be the coach, but I wasn't sure. This is my tweet. This landed on my desk by an unknown source. Possible new manager. Take it with a pinch of salt though, because a lot of names are being thrown around. At that particular time, you have Jurgen Klinsmann, Lars Lagerbach, and Paul Hall. So those were the guys that they were mentioning, and then now all of a sudden, Hemir Hallgrimsson just pops up. So when I got the name, I was surprised because I'm saying, hey, I'm not seeing anyone speaking about him. So this one is quite strange. This one is very, very strange. But guess what? Guess what we're gonna do, people? We're gonna get a bit more details about the coach. Let's see what his track record is like. Now, for any coach coming into any job, I think it's very important that we take a good, in-depth look at their track record. It's very, very important that we do so. Let me go into the comment section. NL Critical said, MG, what about Daniel Green? Daniel Green is still down by Home in Chin. Is it Harm in Chin City? I think that's the name of the club. Not as yet. Daniel Green definitely should just continue to go and master his craft and see. Because, listen, people, the front line that is here right now is ahead of everyone. Nandez said, cause them they want Messi jersey. Very good point, Nandez. Very good point. Rolanda said, Daniel Green better than which forward in the squad? None actually. Where is Malik Owl playing? Where is Malik Owl playing again? Let me check. Where is Malik Owl playing again? I think he's playing at university. Is it college football? I'm trying to remember if it's college, if a college football in my player. Let me check something, people. Defenders. Oh, he's actually Malik. I think it's college football. I don't remember the exact name. Or is it, I think it's USL 1, I think. College or USL 1. Either. I don't remember exactly. None is. Let me continue. Aquino said Jamali a good goalkeeper, MG. Yes, he's a good keeper, I know. He's a good keeper. He definitely is a good keeper. One to look out for though. Nandez, Fresh God said Nandez in college. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Fresh God. I didn't remember. Rolando Cotton said I really wanted Jamaica to integrate the young players more, like Tyler Roberts and Jamar Clark. That's a big statement in Rolando. This is the opportunity, but guess what now? A big match like this, you won't get the young players to come in. Solely because the big guns want the opportunity to play against Messi. So you won't get that. You won't see it, people. NL Critical, I think them choose him based on his experience as a coach. I think Klinsmann has more experience than him. And specifically, Klinsmann has experience in the CONCACAF region. Youngest and baddest said, well, Blake. So Blake was snubbed. Let's have a look. Andre Blake was snubbed because of his recent comments. Alright, so let me show you what Andre Blake said just a few days ago. So the JFF have definitely hit back at Andre Blake. The JFF have definitely hit back at Andre Blake. So let me show you guys. Let me show you what happened just a few days ago. And this is JFF way of saying we have the handle of the knife. This is their way of saying it. Let me see. It's gonna come up, people. Just give me a second. Good. So this is the situation, people. Last time out. And as I said, this is the JFF way of saying we have the handle of the knife. So in a recent post about the coach selection of the new Reggae Boyz head coach, under the post, Andre Blake made a comment. He said, a new head coach with the same federation will probably equal the same result. That was Andre Blake's comment. And we did a detailed show about it. A detailed show about his comments. And I asked the question, will that have an impact on Andre Blake? And obviously, based on what we're seeing right now, it definitely did. Now, Andre Blake says that he's not injured, he's fully fit and all right. And the questions why he's not in the squad should be pointed towards Mr. Rudolph Speed and his technical committee, because they are the one doing the selection. That seems to be the case. So that is the situation that we're in right now. Universal Illumination said, well, one thing we know, our defenders would be solid under this guy. Iceland was a brick wall. We will be harder to beat, but it will be still difficult for us to win games. Why is that so? Because his points to win ratio are not impressive. His points to victory ratio are not impressive. Nanya said, military thoughts on Tariq McGee. Tariq McGee needs to move to a different club. He has to move to a different club. If he wants to get himself known, back on full form, he must go to a different club where he can get consistent football. It's imperative that he do so. Rolando Connor said, is McGee a Belgian citizen? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Critical said, hello, but it's actually right. But it's up to the players and what they want. That is true in some sense. But you have to bear in mind that they are the one that employ you. When you come to represent the national team, they are the one who call you. They are the one who have all the power. They have all the power. What is happening right now, the omission of Andre Blake is the JFF. Give me a second. Let me write this down. So the omission of Andre Blake is the JFF way of taking back power from the player. So as I mentioned, this is their way of regaining back the power, the stronghold on the team from the players. Now for years the national team has been player power. Now what's going to happen now? They're trying to reverse that and taking all the power away from the player. Now this is a bold statement, a very, very bold statement by the Jamaica Football Federation. Yes, many of you might say, hey, a foolishness that's too harsh, this or that, but in reality, people, if you're working for an organization and you are critical to the organization and you are caught slacking, specifically bashing the organization, what do you think is going to happen? One of two things. Either they fire you or they just stop paying you. And guess what? Maybe a stoppage of pay right now for Andre Blake. And that's just not getting an opportunity to turn up. Guys, can you please smash the like button, people, please? Don't forget to hit the like button. As we go along, we have over 70 persons watching. Let's get the likes up to at least minimum 60. So that's just gonna say, hey, 70 of you guys or 60 of you guys, just touch the like button, people. That's not difficult. It's fairly easy. Youngest Dan said, but what if the coaches need him? And the JFF said no. That will simply say Blake was right. Yes, it would say Blake was right, and it will still say JFF has the power and they are the one with the handle of the knife. And everyone else is holding on to the blade. And that's just how it is. Everyone else has a handle, and so this is just JFF way of taking back power. So as I said, the omission of Andre Blake is a JFF way of taking back power from the players. Remember, now they're doing this to say, hey, you know what? Got your opportunity to say what you want to say. You got your opportunity to do what you want to do all these years. But guess what? No. We're moving a new direction. If you don't want to move with us, that's it for you. That is the situation with Andre Blake. That's definitely the situation with Andre Blake. And I do believe it has a lot to do with him, his remarks. It's more of his remarks than anything else, not performance. Andre Blake is in fine form, one of his best form of his life right now in the MLS. And that's the time you drop him. Definitely, has nothing to do with playing. Nanda said, JFF no like hear truth. True. Rob Smith said, MG, if you believe that this is actual squad, I have a couple of condominium in Nannyville to sell you. Can't go sell me, man. Marshall Mullins, big up. Bless up, MG. Kylian Mbappe. Them say him play boring football. He plays in a defensive structure. That's how he plays. His preferred formation from everybody, specifically Jamaicans, don't like is 4-4-2. That is Hal Emerson's preferred formation. Hal Grimmerson. Hopefully me get the name correct. Hal Grimson. That is his preferred formation for years now. So let me continue. So definitely, where was I? Robinson said, Blake said Rudolph Sweet and the rest of the selectors. Yeah, that's what he said. Roland said, is Maggie getting minutes now? No, still not getting sufficient minutes or game time for him to even send a message to say, hey, I have quality. You should not be looking past me. Universal Illumination said, Blake figure it true. Brother calls them used to back worthless topper. Shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. They used to back Topper Whitmore. Me not sorry for him. Although JFF need to be committed as well. It's not only about committed, you know. Definitely JFF must take responsibility for their ongoing internal issues. They have major issues right at this present moment. Internal issues as in people in certain position not speaking or dealing with people in other position, and they have to be conversing through other people. So for example, say I work in this office, you work at that office over there, and for some reason we don't speak, so I'm going to tell the assistant, say, hey, tell such and such, and then yeah, so they have a lot of those type of internal problems right at this present moment. Live 11 Radio said, team bigger than an individual player. There are other ways to deal with your dissatisfaction. We are calling for changes in the administration, and the pen is more powerful than the mouth. So true. All right, so this is one way to look at it, right? We, as analysts, pundits, fans, all that category, we have the privilege, we have the right, and we have the ability to say anything. But as a player, there's certain things you're not allowed to say. Even though you are right, there are certain things you are not allowed to say. So allow the fans and the analysts and the pundits or the vloggers to say what they want to say to show their dissatisfaction. Let them speak for you guys. Because we are thinking in the same line, but let them speak for you guys. So maybe that is the case. Maybe that is the case. All right, so let's get to more details on the coach. Date of birth, June 10th, 1967. He's 55 years old. Agent, team back. I don't really know them. Citizenship, Iceland. As I said, preferred formation, 4-4-2 with a double six. So he's saying two central defensive midfielder. Guess what, people? That means no creativity. No creativity in the midfield. That's not a good look. First of all, I don't like that. Average term as a coach, 3.24 years. Wow. Most games for IBV club. Last club is from Framajar. Wow, can't pronounce that. That was when he was a player. As a manager, last position as a manager was Al Arabi SC. He left on June 30th, 2021. So let's look at some of his history, people. Let's have a look at some of his history. Let's have a look at his history. So, let's start off by his earlier managerial career, whereas he started off of IBV as the assistant manager for 241 days. He took over as manager in 2003 for the 2002-2003 season, and he managed for 122 days. He played 3 matches. He win 1, drew 1, and he lost 1. He used 17 players in that time period. Points per game, 1.3. Let's move further now, where he He became assistant manager again, so he managed for a few months. He went back to IBV as assistant in 05-06, January 1st, 2006. And he was in charge until August 1st, 2006 for 212 days. Didn't take charge of the team at no point in time. And then now he was appointed as manager on August 2nd, 2006, in charge until 2011. So he was in charge for 1977 days. He played 71 matches during that time period. Now he won 32 games. He drew 13 and he lost a total of 26. That's a high losing ratio. No, that's quite high now, people. During that time period, he used 59 players. Whoa. That's significantly low, you know. But that is actually showing also some level of consistency. So that's one to look at still. So points per match, 1.54. That is quite, that's decent. That's decent points per match. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Live 11 Radio said Ramsey, there are news platform he could trust with his information. As a player and as a leader, you keep out of certain public spots. True. And they said true, because what do you see him? I'm a fan of give Sancho a Glazers out something for sign. Me see a fan of give Sancho a Glazers out something for sign, and he said he can't. Just part of them contract. Okay. Fresh guy did read some more reading MG, and I said that Hal Grimson plays to his team strength, so we might not see a 4-4-2 but a 4-2-3-1. Alright, so but you have to bear in mind that a coach normally stick to his philosophy, and as you can see, he clearly said that he's a strong. Listen, I won't come here and say that I've watched him coach this or that team before. I don't watch football in Iceland. I don't even know the team name that he was last manager. That's Al Arabi. I don't know. So you won't hear me saying that I watched him coach. No, I can't say that. I don't know his tactical ineptitude. I don't know anything about him like that. I definitely, because at the end of the day, the CONCACAF region is totally different from where it's coming from. So we might see him doing certain things down in that region, and this year it won't be the same. So yes, 4-4-2 might be his preferred formation. As I said, he might play to his team's strength and switch to 4-2-3-1. But as you can see, they clearly highlighted that he wants to use a 6-6. He clearly highlighted that. Now let's move on, people. He became assistant manager under Lars Lagerbäck. Lars Lagerbäck. Whereas for 693 days, that's over 2 years. Then now he was appointed Iceland manager in 2013. In 2013, so that's quite good. He got sufficient time from 2013 to 2018, whereas he brought them to the World Cup. So definitely that's sufficient enough time for him to really do a lot of work. Now, during that same time period, they played 26 games. Not a lot. He had 11 wins and 10 losses, 5 draw. Now, that is something that I 100% believe that he should work on. That is too much losses. Points per minute. His average goal timings like in between 1 to 3 minutes and 1 minute 31 seconds. Points per match is 1.46. That's little, almost that's on the low range, I think. That's on the low range. You have to be hitting points 1.5 to be in the okay range. 1.5 is half. For example, let me tell you how points per match go. So you play 10 games, right? If you win all 10, you average 3 points per game. If you win all 10 games, you average 3 points per game. So you basically max out, you get 30 points from the game. So 3 points. If you win 5 games and lose 5, you average 1.5 points per game. Because you're going to get half the amount of point ratio. Now the problem lies is when you lose half of 10, if you play 20 games and you lose 10, if you play 20 games and you lose 10, and then you draw 3. It only means that you win. What? 7? That's not good. That's not good. Points per ratio, that's not good in that aspect. Let me see some more comments. Mike McNeil said, "Who is hosting the game?" I think USA is hosting the game. I think they're the one who's keeping the comments like a friendly something. I'm not sure what the situation is. No, I think it's Argentina. Argentina hosting the game. Sorry. Football Chelsea News. Big up. Fresh God said his formation are 4-4-2 or 4-5-1, which is basically 4-2-3-1, which actually plays with a 2 CDMs and a cam. Okay, Fresh God. I see what you're saying now. Data championships. Why call so much injured players? I don't know. Big up Dre into the sports. Massive respect. Andrew 55 said, big up MG coach. Look like he is a back 3. Hit and go play. Based on what I'm reading here, you might see something similar to that of what we saw again under Tapper. Owen Hewitt said, what about Tyler Roberts, Jamar Clark, and Luke Badley Morgan? Remember, those players are young, and a big game like this, the senior players will always get preference. And it's also another opportunity to get to sell some players. Just saying. But, well, no, there's no player there that's going to start that not already at a proper club. So, that actually don't make any sense. Anyways, so he left the Iceland job in 2018. That seems to be after the World Cup. Or maybe my apologies, he left it in 2021. But he was still the manager, even whilst he was at Al Arabi SC. So it seems as if he was doing dual role. So he manages, during that time, as a manager for the club, 62 matches. He won 22 of them. He drew 15. And he lost a total of 25. Players used, 55. Wow. I'm having some. Let me tell you the reason why I'm being baffled about the amount of players used. Let's take for example. Say you have a 23-man squad, right? And you play 63 games. 63 games, right? 62. 62 minutes, 62 times 90. That's a total of 5,580 minutes of football. 5,580 minutes of football. And only 55, let me divide it by 55. Only a total of 55 players played all those minutes. What if he doesn't trust, once he has a core group of players, he just stick with that core group? Maybe that's the case. Maybe when he gets a core group of players, he stick with the core group. Definitely that seems to be the case. That has to be the case. Let me continue. Nande said, why Jamaica can't get a top team out here? Money. Nande, you know how much money that? You know how much money that? That's a whole lot of money now. Oh, and you said, what about? Oh, I just read that. Alan Carter. So MG, do you think we have the players for the new coach to have a good defense system? All right. So listen, some of the time now, Alan Carter, right? So we always look at the players, and sometimes the system is way more important than the players. Sometimes, just saying sometimes. So you'll find out you have a coach, right, who have some very good players, but yes, they're underperforming. Let's give an example. Manchester United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Example, i.e., case 1. A talented squad, but no system, they look like crap. So, it doesn't matter how good your squad is. If there's no system or style of play, you will be in problem. What do you do when you have the ball? What do you do without the ball? What do you do out of possession? What do you do in possession? And those are where the problem lies in world football now. That is the importance of a system. And Fresh God said, at this point, I just hope he isn't stubborn and is willing to adapt to our players' strength. That's a good day. Fresh God, you drop some bomb this morning, man. J Anyway Sports said that's I really believe in that as well, Fresh God. Honestly. Not a back three coach. He plays 4 at the back and pat the middle with 2 CDM and a cam. But J Anyway Sports, based off of me, I see it's a 4-4-2 is his preferred formation with 2 central defensive midfielder. Guys, let's see how much likes the video there right now. Yeah, yes, people, me a big likes. me a big likes. I say things that, man. Me a big son likes, man. Me a big son likes. We only have we can't even get 50 likes. Channel star. We have over 90 persons watching, and we can't get 50 likes. Anyways, just smash the like button if you feel the need to. If you feel the need to, people. I'm not gonna force you guys. But just know that it really, really helps the show. Everald Bryan said, question, what is the name of the new coach? See me can't pronounce his name again. His name is Hymir Hall Grimson. Hymir Hall Grimson. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, people. I am not bilingual. I'm just strictly, only bilingual I am is Patois. Yeah, I did Spanish in Spanish in college and high school, but guess what? Still don't know how me pass it. Don't know how me pass it. So, based off what I'm seeing here, people, his win ratio is not that impressive, though. His win ratio is not that impressive. But his time period with Iceland, it was in the okay region. As I said, he played 26 games and lose a total of 10. He won 11 and drew 5. So it's not on the best, but it's on the alright. So he's an okay manager. Now, someone asked me earlier about what's the difference with him and Lars. Let me see if I can find Lars. Let's have a look at Lars Lagerbäck. Because someone did ask me a question about Lars Lagerbäck. So let me show you something, people. When with regards to a coach. Let me see. The reason I'm doing this, people, is to show you guys something in regards to win ratio. So I'm going to use a different manager. I want to highlight you guys something. So this is Lars Lagerbäck. I want to highlight something to you guys. 74 years old. Now, let's look at this, right? For Norway, let's go to more details. I want to show you the reason why I'm highlighting the win ratio. So this is Lars Lagerbäck. Now, let's start here. When he was the manager for Sweden, he played a total of 127 matches. He used a total of 143 players, and his win ratio was 1.62. That is in the ratio. That is in the region of being quality, getting the results. Look at this now. Win 57, draw 35, lose 35. And the reason for that is his win ratio is significantly higher than that of the lose ratio. The difference with Hallgrimsson is that his lose ratio is equal to his win ratio. That is the reason why I said that is dangerous. That is a dangerous combination. Let's now look going forward. He played 6 matches here. He won 1. So he's basically balanced out to 1. That is bad. That's when he was at Nigeria. Then he went to Iceland. His win ratio is quite similar to that of Hymir. 51 games, 21 wins, 21 losses. That's too close as well. Then no, this was when he went. This was when in 2017. This was in 2017. He played 35 games for Norway when he was the manager of Norway. He played 35 games. He won 18. He drew 8 and lost 9. His win ratio was 1.77. That is extraordinary. That is a very that is very very good win ratio, people. That's a very good win ratio. Um, he also this is where maybe Himmer gets his 4-4-2 preferred formation from, and also the idea of the double six, using 2-6 in the central midfield. So his win ratio is quite significant to that of Himmer. Quite significant, actually. But let's see what Himmer will bring to us. Let me see. Let me run back in the comment section. RR said applaud the JFF. Well, very well. Getting a coach, but you still can question it. Let's get the boss to 20k subs, please. Big up, Critical. Really appreciate the support. Data Championship said so. They don't. Said they don't. Oh, so don't they a player playing in college? So why the under 20? Oh, so they call a player playing in college. So why the under 20 couldn't been called? The under 20 could have been called. Patrick Owner said, military, the scope and quality of your work is outstanding. Big up yourself. Big up, Patrick. Really, really appreciate it. Another scratch off to win. Big up. Long time I don't see you, bro. Hopefully you're doing good. Big up, military. RR said, him need a nickname. True. Him here. Not sure. Just call him Hall. We didn't get Paul Hall, so we get another Hall. We didn't get Paul Hall, so we got another Hall, people. RR said way better than Paul Hall. Both, as I can see, both coaches basically seems as if they're going to be same as Paul Hall. Paul Hall will be learning on the job. I think this is the same thing now. This coach will be learning on the job as well. Refining his art. NL Critical said MG, so maybe his style of play is more for his new environment. So maybe the dice roll and he can get some win now. Hopefully. Really hopefully. RR said Coach Grim, aka Dentist. Rolanda said he got Iceland to Qatar final of Euro 2016 and World Cup 2018, so he did well. So true. That's good, and that's good. Maybe he really rely on a defensive structure that he implemented. So that's good. That's definitely good. Iceland has a population of 376,000. Woo! RR said, bro, this his time learning on the job. And definitely, listen, for me, I'm in full support. I am in full support. The reason why I'm in full support is I wanted someone outside the nature of Jamaica to hold the helm of the seat. Reason being, when you have people like that outside the helm of Jamaica, the political aspect harder to affect them. It's very much harder to affect them. The political aspect. So that is one of the things. In Europe, standard high. Peeps drop some like. Gerald Jones said Reggae Boyz ready to bamba. Magat back again here. I hope Jamaica do well under the new manager. Hey, Magat, you're back again. It's been a while. O'Neill said late arrival again. Who is the coach? What? Himir Hall Grimson. Tedley said call him the Grim. Shamar 103 said big up MG. Tedley said Grim Reaper the coach. LOL. Tedley said Lars Lager bought Iceland to the 2017 Euros and Hal Grimson has the assistant. Okay, understood. But Lars do have a significantly higher win ratio than that of Hal Grimson. A significant win ratio, significantly higher win ratio, I should say, than that of Hal Grimson. And maybe because Lars have more experience, and you can see. Rolanda said, I can see it now. Jamaica hopes look grim. Hey, that bad. Roland, that bad. I say that bad. That is the the news headline when things not go well. Jamaica hopes look grim. That bad. That bad. DNA football said big up MG, big up DNA football. Alright, so basically people, I do apologize. We just eat one pistachio. Let me see if you can see it. Have a bag of pistachio. A big bag of pistachio. But anyways, people, so we have covered the last everything about the squad, the squad to face Argentina, which in turn I think is a good squad, competent squad actually, very very competent squad. I definitely believe that squad can minimize the damage. Hopefully we can get something from it. But I'm looking forward to see what this new move that the JFF is making and the direction that the JFF is going. Really, really looking forward to see what the plans are and how they plan to go about doing business. I'm looking forward to see that. Oh, this is a bag. Let me see if you can see good. Bag of pistachio, people. A bag of pistachio. It is bigger than that. Big boss. But me name it down. Anyways, so exciting days ahead for the Reggae Boyz. New direction. New direction. As you can see, dropping the captain. Appointing new manager. Appointing new backroom staff. Oh, I didn't announce the backroom staff to you guys. My apologies, people. I apologize for that. Where is my manners? Where is my manners, people? I apologize for that. Let me before I close off, because I was about to close off and I didn't announce the backroom staff. Let me announce that, people. Let me see if I can get to the backroom staff. All right, so this is here the new coach. Let me see if you guys are seeing good. That is the new coach, people. Him here, Hal Grimson. Let's go now to the backroom staff. Let's go to the backroom staff. This is the assistant coach. Helgi. People, I'm just gonna say Helgi. Is the new assistant coach. Now we have Sebastian Boxlinter. Anyways, Sebastian is the new Reggae Boyz fitness coach. He will be one who will be conducting the fitness aspect, getting the players ready. Then now, this is Good Munder is a new goalkeeper coach. So there's a lot of changes, people. A lot of changes from fitness coach, goalkeeper coach. Definitely. So these are things. I think we need to get a set piece coach. Think we definitely need to get a set piece coach. We always concede from our back post from set piece. I will not score from set piece, so we need to work on that. Either free kick or what we're not scoring. So that's definitely something to work on. Let me go in the comment section. Omar Fowler said, wait and see. Our Guan Rebel said, what about his team with Nigeria? Was he a success or was he fired? He was fired. He didn't have a good stench at Nigeria. That's Lars. Didn't have a good stench at Nigeria. Let me continue. Wayne Sawyer said, GF is afraid of the backlashing if they call up a poor squad. We already know still that those reserve players will be in the squad. DNA Football said, what do you think about dropping Andre Blake from the squad? Alright, so I did mention it earlier. I do think O'Neill's a pure O'Neill, me can't read out a comment, O'Neill. I apologize, O'Neill, but me can't read out a comment. You're O'Neill, I can't read out your comment. Alright, so DNA Football, what I think about the dropping of Andre Blake. Alright, so let me be honest. And I'm going to be very, very honest with this one. Let me say first, you guys might not like my reply. It might sound very, very controversial. So you guys might not like my reply. And the reason why you guys might not like my reply, because we all know the sentiments around the JFF and all those things. So This is my reply, people. And I'm going to say it very cautiously. But people, please, I want you to listen and look into it. So for me, who as someone who has own business, employ people, so I'm looking at it at that perspective. And I'm also looking at it at a perspective where I'm an employee because I used to work in the army. So I was an employee. So I know what being an employee was underappreciated, under this, and all the bad stuff. So listen to this now, right? Let me make this clear. All right. All right. So I am definitely siding with both Andre Blake and the JFF. How am I siding with Andre Blake and he got dropped? I'm siding with Andre Blake when he made the statement that a new coach and the same administration is going to equal to the same problems. I'm siding with Andre Blake on that. No. I'm siding with the JFF on the aspect of at some point in time, as an administration, you must put your foot down and take a stance and take away the power from the players. No point in time the player should feel that my spot in the team is so secure, I can say, I can do as though I feel or what I believe. And no organization in the world operates like that and be successful. None. If the employees always have the last say, despite we think that employee should be this, should be that, should be this, should be that, if the employees always have the say, you're going to find yourself that the organization will go to the ground. Why is that so? Let me give an example. If you should follow employees, even in the workstation, you should have bed, Wi-Fi, give them a personal phone. You're going to have to do that. So what I'm seeing right here is JFF as an organization standing on their 2 feet. So I have to give them, applaud them for that. We bash them all the time for this. Oh, big up for the for the donation, Rolando Cadna. Big up for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. We can't always do that. We can't always do that. So this is now what this is doing. This is setting an example. So you ever hear the term, boy, shoot one for 1,000? Just shoot one just to 1,000. Yes, it's something similar to that. And guess what? They take down the biggest, baddest bull in the arena, which is the captain of the team, the man with the most talk, the man with the most power. And they're showing even the younger players that if we can do this to the captain, to the big man, don't think that you are any exception. Don't believe that you are any exception. So guess what now? They're expecting everyone to draw in line now. But guess what the problem is? Guess what the problem is? If you don't sort out yourself, you can't expect people to draw in line to your orders and your rules, and you don't sort out, you're not sorting out your own self. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem is, people. So, as I said, I'm siding with Andre Blake in regards to making a comment, but in the same sense, it's not a comment that he should have made. And I'm also siding with the JFF in the fact that let's shoot one to 1,000. We are now taking command back of the football. So we don't want any player misbehaving, going out and doing anything that they want or as how they feel. My apologies. And they can be selected. It doesn't matter what they do. So if you mess around in the team, if you don't perform well in the team, you're out. Big up that kid. Welcome and thank you for hitting the subscribe button. So these are the aspects of which they are looking at. So that is the reason why, as much as it may seem or deem unfair to Andre Blake, very much so. You also have to look at the aspect of where the JFF is coming from as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at it at both sides. It's unfair. Yes, it's unfair. But you have to also look at it on the JFF side. In the event that even the administration change, let me tell you something. Even if the administration change, you won't find players saying these type of things openly. Guess why? Because they don't know what the administration will come with. But because they know that this administration don't really have any backbone, they don't really stand firm, they just do as they feel, say as they feel, and that's it. Let me see in the comment section. Big up Big Deal Len. Roland said no to racism. I mean, I think it was really racist still, you know, but maybe him say it out of probably out of surprise, we don't know. But I don't think O'Neal really mean that. No, O'Neal, you are going O'Neal. I can't read it. I can't read it. If that is the case, I can't read it. I do apologize, O'Neal. But listen, I'm not saying that it is racist. But the comment is not good for the public ears. So because the thing is, I'm not sure where you're coming from. And I don't want to read it because there's other people watching and I don't know where they will take that or how they will approach it. So that's the thing. I can't read that one. I definitely can't read that one, O'Neal. I do apologize on it, though. I really do apologize on it. Jeremy Mitchell said, when JFF do CM crap, Blake complaining about Travis Pessoa will be speaking differently. That's not, like, in that sense, no. Yeah. So, if JFF are going to take the stand, right, and really punish Blake by excluding him out of the team, they must say, okay, since we're going to do this, Rolanda again in a super chat. Is it Rolanda? Bestings again, he said, I like Blake, but if JFF has nothing to do with their subpar performance in a national jersey, by the way, test me did I test out the super chat. People send some super chats from time to time. Blessings really respect that, Rolando. But you know, for some reason I have it, but I never really ask for it. Because I like it that my work really kind of deserve it. And if my work don't deserve it, I now get it. So I have some loop on it still. So when my work deserve it, I get it. Like, oh, I do something good now, and I get it. I think because I deserve it. Kevin said, what did he say? He said that with the same what Andre Blake said. But thank you very much again to Rolando Cardinal. Really appreciate it. Messi Brawlin said, Jamaica is no Jamaica with our without Burke Flemings and Andre Blake. Edison Sports said, one good thing I see JFF doing and getting out the bad weeds. Blake, Flemings, Fisher, Powell, they all didn't like the UK based players. Edison, where do you get that from? Edison? Big Deal said, because he's one of the problems. Big Deal said, Damian Lowe next because he's one of the problems. I want to know that. Big Deal. DNA Football said, yes, Travis Pessoa, you're right. But that means if JFF made some wrong decision, they had the right to do whatever with him. No one said anything to them. Travis said, get rid of Tapa Bad Core. Hey, I wanna get them sentiments from. Tapa Bad Core and kind of something there. Fresh guy said, Blake can do no wrong. Pagan said, Rip Paul Hall. I don't think that bad. Edison Sports said, Dylan Barnes needs his fair chance. Also, he's a better keeper in some ways. Blake is mostly a shopstopper. No, man, I don't think Dylan Barnes is as good as Blake. I highly doubt so. I don't think so. Dylan Barnes is not as good as Blake. One general said, military, you're not understand modern day slavery. I don't think you know how dark this thing go. You hear what happened to App as a young boy? To Alvas Powell as a young boy. One general, I could make that say off here. And one general, I do know how deep it goes. Actually, I do know. I do know, but some things are best left unsaid. The truth is, something are best left unsaid. It makes no sense you really scrapple in certain things. keep certain things out of the ear. Keep certain things out of the ear. Don't sometimes it's just best not to say certain things. David Hutchinson, what's the squad? Jano, David just a join. Alright, so let me see what time. I'm going for another 10 more minutes. People, I'm going for another 10 more minutes. As you guys know, I don't tend to do long streams. This is what Andre Blake said, people. As you can see, let me move out of the way. Let me take myself out of the way, people. So because I'm going to run through the squad one more time. I'm going to go through the squad one more time, people. I'm going to go through the squad one more time. So this is what Andre Blake said. For all those who are asking, this is what he said. A new head coach with the same federation will probably equal the same result. So that was Andre Blake's statement. Now let me go to the squad because people are still asking for the squad. Surprised that, really surprised. Let's go over to the official website. Let's see what JFF has to say. So this is the squad. Let's run through the squad again. For last time, people, before I go. One general, David Robinson says, so people really believe that the environment that your employer creates has nothing to do with your performance at work. It does. It really, really does. When Sarah said, what JFF do the right thing and fire themselves, and then mash up the football. Pagan said, rumors of the magnificent seven, I presume. Big deal said, I seen Boo Antonio and the rest of the England players in the Panama game. Said them not good. Critical, you guys stop state bad about Blake because you guys see him one ago said them should have used him if them lose to Argentina. Even if Blake is here, I do think that the chance of winning against Argentina are quite slim. Very, very slim actually. Wayne Sorrell said Barnes is better with his feet, so true. Even Amal Knight is better with his feet than Andre Blake. Blake seems been saying them need to get the overseas based players included earlier so the team can gel instead of having a squad building, then throw in all abundance of players in big competition time. True. I agree with that 100%. Rob Smith said it's not about Blake, it's about who is doing it. You can't suspend a player because you fail to provide the basic needs. No, they suspend the player because of what the player said. They suspend the player because of what the player said. Yes, the player's right. Definitely the player's right. But they suspend him based off him just speaking. I think I shouldn't even use the word term suspend. I'm going to say snub. Or omission. Omitted. Messi Brown said them don't like hear the truth. Them need management and everything cause too much fronting. David Hutchinson said, just wake up, bro. Oh, what? Big Tuesday man just wake up 1 year work. The people realize Dylan Barnes is unemployed. Ross Smith it is about Blake because he is your favorite player. Christopher Anderson said Blake is the best in CONCACAF. Edison said MG the Magnificent Seven. That was 18 on the UK based players. Sometimes it's best to say nothing than say something true. Rob Smith Travis said he's under contract. You can't say anything or do anything. That's true. What the contract in the normal sign? Some privacy type of contract. I don't remember. Big deal said 5 minutes video every time MG. Well, yes, bro. Big deal. It makes no sense we sit here. Alright, let me show you why, right? I saw the video discussing the squad and all those things. And now I'm going back to the squad. So what I'm saying is this, right? The longer the video goes, is the more we're going to repeat the same things. And that's not really good for consumption. We want to keep it informative and not repetitive. So that's the reason why my streams are not so long. Burke is not in the team. Burke is actually a part of the reserve. David said, trust me, bro, you don't. Me I go work Sunday night and come off midday. That rough. That rough. Military. So should the JFF have suspension for their incompetence as well? The thing is, why? Just the same. All right. Let me show you this, right? As a child growing up, And every time you get money, your mother take it from you and say she'll give it back. Me remember that happened to me enough time. Enough time happened to me. Me get it back? No. Can ask back for it? You must be mad. Ask back for what? But guess what? I'm my money. Me get the money, you know. And she said, me I borrow it. She look at me and said, me I borrow money. So, in the same sense, right, the employees, now the employers have way more leniency on themselves than that of the employees. Them quick for employee feeling the same mistake that they would make. And that's just the unfortunate thing of real life. Messi Brawlin said, what about Flemings? Flemings is having a tough time down in France. David Hutchinson Monday night. Oh, okay, worked last night and come off this evening. So, that rough man, that rough bro. So people, guess what? As I bring up the squad, so let me run through the squad before I go. In goal we have goalkeepers. We have Dylan Barnes, Jamal Waite, Kemar Foster. Defenders: Adrian Mariappa, Richard King, Javon Brown, Jamai Tope, Joel Latibodier, Greg Lee, Amar Bell, Damian Lowe. There's a few injuries so far. We'll mention that another time. Daniel Johnson in midfield, Bobby Reed, Ravel Marson, Kevin Lambert, Jonathan Russell, new addition to the squad, looking for his debut. Kevin Stewart. Surprised to see Jonathan Russell though, actually. Really surprised to see him. For the forward line now, striking force, we have Jamal Lowe, Kaim Paris. Lovely to see Kaim Paris. Andre Gray, Shamar Nicholson, Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio. And on the standby, we have Malik Howell, Ricardo Thomas, Demario Phillips, Jordan Fletcher, Core Burke, and Conway Boyce Clark. Now, for the last friendly that we played, it seems as if that Demario Phillips and Jordan Fletcher really stood out to the coach, and they really opted to keep them. Alright. Rob Smith said the problem is they're not your mother, the professionals, and should. Pagan said me true mother under the bus. Of course. What? Yes, man. There's enough time to do it, man. Growing up rough. Rough. Can't save a dollar. But I say I go still. Anyways, people. I think that is it for the show this morning. I have time. I'm going to do the schoolboy football program a little bit from now. I'll be doing the schoolboy football program. But I really appreciate you guys coming in so early in the morning. Take the time out of your day, basically. Well, I would, guys, can't tell you. Let me see if I have over 40 likes. I don't think we reach 40 likes yet. Oh, 87. You can get it to 100 likes. We're 13 likes away from hitting the 100 mark. Is it possible to get it to 100 before I close off? What time we have? 1:14. We'll have a minute left. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go now, people. Thank you very much for coming in this morning, so early in the morning. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna do the schoolboy football program. A couple minutes, maybe next hour or half or so on half from now. The preview show for the games today. So guys, hopefully you guys are doing good, and I'll see you guys again next time. So, Reggae Boyz' new coach, Himir Hall Grimson. Let's see what he is bringing to the table. We have the Argentina game coming up quite soon. The squad is selected, pretty much a good squad. Looking forward to see what team can do going forward. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time, people. Please, guys, do take care and have a very good day. Peace out. Boom.